I'm sorry, I'm just a little preoccupied. I mean, who's been hooked here? Here. Heal? Do I look like a pussy?
Great, buddy. I have my ult. Oh, I almost.
Holy shit.
Just say shit all over. He said- That's how he says it in American.
Nope, please, I just got 2 kills.
Yeah.
Thing is though, it's Bo, that was honestly
I know.
so
Kick my ass? Did you kick my ass?
No.
No, the meatball. No.
That's a good goal.
I killed.
Brad, I called you like so bad.
Oh, Jesus. I got a kill?
Oh, I'm trying.
I'm a sleeper agent.
Did you say step in the jump rat trap?
Don't step in the trap.
Oh my god, Mercy was so close.
Going in, boys.
Oh, Mercy above.
Whoa. Do the composite.
Oh my god!
No, Sugar, please, come on.
Oh my god, get the Reaper behind, please. Turn around, Fuzzy. Wait. Wait. Thank you. There you are.
No, he stood up.
Is he gonna go get the save? I hope he goes get against the save. Damage this gen rather than later. Yeah, I need to relaunch my gen. I don't know what's going on. Because I don't have any other juicy.
Yeah.
Barrel isn't back up though. I can't believe he did that. Oh, that was my intention.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. No, dude. They're gonna pick up Sharpo Boy. I don't think I'm playing this one. Meg did heal up. Yeah. Not sure why he just stood there. He really just took it like a man. Alright, then Mia already healed. I will do this because I'll stay undetected. Cringe! I was gonna say if that didn't hit, I was about to be very upset. I'm gonna keep this here because I can. Kind of ahead at the moment. She tapped it. Let's kick it again. Oh, does the cage not count as a to the entity? Oh, catch points. That's so sad. She was right next to Hatch.
The gen.
Oh no! I just did him so dirty. I like slammed the pallet and it put him on the other side.
That panic. That freaking panic.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little preoccupied. I mean, who's been hooked here? I can't believe she did that. Oh my god. Oh my god, hello, hello, hello. Gamers. Hello. I'm just gonna call you Winter Wolf. I know who you are, but I'm just gonna call you Winter Wolf. Hello, hello, Cammy. Willie the Walrus, what is that emote? Oh, Ryu Champ. I see. So it's Ryu from Street Fighter Pog Champing. So, I have a bit of a cold. So there's gonna be some ASMR nose blows moments, like right now. So enjoy or don't. It's up to you, because they're gonna happen. Your brother says hi. Hello, hello. Hope you guys are having a nice Saturday night. Oh, sorry, blowing my nose. Sheesh, it's already June, guys. I mean, school's getting out. Summer's heating up. It's crazy. I'm just tweeting real quick, and then I need to shameless plug the stream and some Discord servers, and we can get going. But let me know how things are going for you guys. If you got anything wacky, goofy, wild, new to share. I could have workshopped this tweet better, but that's what we got. Also, pardon my French, but fuck my life. I literally, I got a Bumble match this morning, and she messaged me, and I messaged back. And of course, she replies, when I go live. Bruh. Like, it doesn't actually matter in the long run. It's just the irony is, that's what the title, yeah, the title. That's why, what did I title it? I already forget. Got them sniffles, yeah. I think I'm funny. Sorry guys, I'm replying to Rack about something. I got a message. I feel like a secretary. Okay. I'm glad I type relatively fast. You are. I rotate on Steam on mobile. Wait. Rotato's free on mobile? Don't lie to me. This, you better be truthing right now. Hold on. I don't want to dox that account. Yikers. Like on iPhone or Android? No, see, on Android, Rotato Premium is $5. I don't know if there's a free version on Android, but I'll have to check it out. Oh, there is? Okay. No, there is a free version. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Thanks, dude. One thing at a time. It's gonna be... because I got a cold, it's going to be a little slow for me tonight, guys. So I hope you're down just to hang Very chill. I have a funny work story though. Oh my god, Nebs, hello. Thank you for the squid. The robo squid with very long tentacles. Not that it's about the size, it's about the motion. Okay, there's Twitter. There's Twitch. There's... Hold on. Oh, fuck. Fug. What do I call this? What did I call this? What do I say? I do have a funny work story from today, though. Although I wasn't working. The funny thing is a text I got from a coworker. Here is longer squid. Hey, yo. Thank you. I am swiffing with... Well, in a little bit, I'm going to swift with a new friend of mine, Cammy, who's also a streamer. Her friend Pancake, who I don't think I've met, but he sounds chill. And then seems like Rack wants to join. So somebody we know, somebody I know, somebody no one knows. Well, I guess Cammy knows. But hey, Kami, thanks for popping in, dude. I have... Oh my god. How do I thought English is hard, dude. I wish I spoke more languages. Because English is just too hard sometimes. He sliced meh. Oh no. Hey John. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Bonk. Oh. I keep wanting to cuss, and I'm trying not to. You know, wait at least 15 minutes or whatever. Okay. Does that work? That works. That's something. You're bleeding. Dude, go get a bandage or something. I'm in Island. In Island. What is in Island? What did he mean by this? In Island. Thanks for the lurk. But John, go get a bandage or something. It hurt, man. Okay. Okay, so the work story. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I work security at a cannabis dispensary. Allegedly. Not allegedly, it's totally legal. It's just funny to say allegedly, because some people are still weird about cannabis. So, I basically stand outside all day. So I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, never mind, I'm not gonna sneeze. Nope, wait. Yes? So I stand outside all day, and when a customer walks up, I check their ID and then let them inside. But I have to make sure they're old enough and the ID isn't expired and it's their ID. Yada, yada. Another part of this is we wear a panic button, a portable panic button. So if somebody hypothetically came in and robbed us, I could hit the panic button, calls the local police down the street, whatever. So I get a... Oh, sorry. We're going to have an ASMR nose blows moment. One sec. There you go, juicy. Sorry, guys. Dude, where does it all come from? I'm leaking so many fluids. So I get a text. Hey, Matt, that's a good time to join. So I get a text from the new guard, and he's a good kid. He's I don't know how much I should say. He's in his early 20s, and he just started last week, and we only have one guard at a time on shift. And don't tell me to close my legs. I have cooties. And so he texts me out of nowhere, and he says, so the panic button works. And I just reply all caps, oh no. Like, what happened? Are you okay? And he was like, oh yeah, I guess like I accidentally hit it while it was under my raincoat. And I said, well, did you know when you hit it? And he's like, no. 3 police cruisers showed up, lights on. And I was like, oh, I would have panicked, ironically. But yeah, it was totally fine. You know, they explained it was an accident and everything's cool. But that is like an active fear I have working the job. Every time I cross my arms, because I wear the Porta Panic on a little necklace. Every time I cross my arms, I look down to make sure I don't accidentally press it. Hello? I hate when this drop down blocks the button. Take out, being chat. What are you guys doing? Chill with cat, take out, do the 5, sanitizer, oops, planet orange, purple ring, Bing. Why are you trying to say Bing chillin'? Why are you saying Bing chillin'? Is this what kids are like nowadays? Am I just out of the loop? Am I old now? I forgot to join the VC. So Rack can join me. Bing chillin', I don't know. Okay, so we do have Rack coming in with some good vibes. Guys, remember me after this match to shameless plug the stream and other Discord server. Do I want to do that? I feel like it just needs to be a chill night. I don't need new people. I want the real ones. I want the people I know and love. We got Dual Blades. What's up, dude? Man, I already have to blow my nose again. Okay, first match. Oh god, my frames. I want to go to main building and try to bust this out sooner rather than later. There's a gen up there. I don't know whose chase music that is. I forget. Okay. Okay, left. This is fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. I also gotta close some background tasks on my computer. Oh, did the A-Spring know either? Okay. This is gonna be an interesting match. So guys, this build, for anyone wondering, is I try to unhook myself. But hopefully I can heal somebody first and get the renewal value. That way when I unhook myself, I will automatically heal. My heart is glowing because I am such a loving and caring person. No, it's a new setting. Under accessibility, heartbeat visual support. So it visually, oh, my frames. Oh, it's a Wesker. It shows you the heart when you hear the terror radius. So you get this, and if you block it, it shows that. So they took it from DVD Mobile. I really like it. It's a nice visual indicator, besides hearing the terror radius, and I don't know, it's kind of neat. Kind of immersive, because what I didn't understand for the longest time playing DVD is like the heartbeat is supposed to be your character's heart, like you're hearing your own heartbeat intensify as like the killer's getting close. But what doesn't make sense to me about that is like, how do you know they're getting close? Like canonically, it's blurry. What's blurry? You're blurry. Put on some glasses. That should be helpful for us deaf people. Yeah. Yeah, it's an accessibility option. I really appreciate when games make accessibility options like that, like subtitles, visual indicators. Thanks for the lurk, Dual Blades. Oh, I almost dropped on him. I didn't want to hear him to hear me drop. Tell where he went. Is he above me? I guess he's above me. I'm confused. I'm also confused. You're offended? Why are you offended? What did I say? Oh, excuse my sniffle. I got them sniffles. Okay, yeah, we banged out a couple of gens. This is good. Good match so far. Am I running towards him? Oh, yep. There he is, chasing somebody else. There will be a gen. There might be a gen over here I could work on. Oh. Monka? Oh. Well, I'll just continue this under his nose. His big honker. He's stupid? I didn't even see him run up to me. That was hilarious. I don't have a lot to work with here. I make this. I think I confused him. If I had quite the bullet, I would be silent healing myself. I can slow vault this to be silent. Let's see. I'm not sure if he's still... yeah, I was gonna say I might run into him. The glasses... I wear glasses. I usually wear contacts, actually. Those are really big subtitles. I'm actually gonna make those smaller. Speaking of accessibility options. Subtitle size, small. And let me just unhook myself real quick. I had 6 chances. It might... Oh, there you go. Second try. Easy. And so I have off the record on the bottom perk. So I don't leave scratch marks or trails of blood for a little bit. Makes it easier for me to get away from the hook. Because I already started using this med kit, I don't think I'm going to have enough charges to heal myself. Oh yeah, but when it comes to accessibility options, stuff like a color blindness filter. Gotta go. That's okay, dude. Thanks for popping in. I'll see you around. The color blindness filter is helpful and all, but somebody could also do that on their own system. You know, compared to like the subtitles are a lot harder to implement after the fact. Alright, does he know where I went? No. I gotta try to pull him away. If there's not many people, you feel bad if you do. No, dude, don't worry about it. I really appreciate that, but no. I mean, I stream either way. I don't have the view count on because I don't really care how many viewers I have. I appreciate people popping in and saying hi and chatting. I mean, that's really the reason I do it. So I can hang out with people who want to come hang. Because I'm going to be gaming anyway, so it's like I may as well be live. Ooh, is this a used medkit? Oh, it is used. Oh, it had a tiny bit of charge. I need to find somebody to heal me. Man, I feel like I'm running into all the finished gens. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Am I running into him? Is that him at the main building? Guys, I might sneeze. I'm sorry in advance. Let's go. Sniffle. Let's see if I can blow my nose one-handed. Kind of. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. Take my hand off the spacebar. Oh god. Oh no. Please, not like this. Pull him away. Run him away. Please. Don't come back. No, I'm gonna risk it. Blow my nose. And I took an Advil Cold and Sinus too. I'm still leaking. Big leaking. He's probably gonna run right over here. Oh, I'm knocked my mouse over. Where's the other gate? All the way over there? Alright, I'm gonna go prep the other gate. So I think the ace is gonna get the save. But thank you for the bless, Nebs. Oh, this actually isn't as far as I thought. This is great. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, sorry guys. I'm doing my best here. Do I have a mute? No, I don't have a mute set up. You guys just get the ASMR sneezing. Oop. I almost actually ripped that. I zoned out for a second. Foggy head with the cold. Okay. Ace is being chased. Okay, there's Ace. He's gonna get... Oh, no. I'd be really careful about this. What? Ace can get himself back up because he has no mither. Oh, she died? Okay. Now the question is, did the other person rip the gate I prepped? Or another gate? He has no idea. I really just ran out for no reason. Let's see. Gaslight him a little bit. Is that gate open? No, it doesn't look like it. I just need to convince him that I left. Okay, this, I can do this trade.
You disappoint me. Is that the
I probably should just left, to be honest. Oh, you know what? I will crawl towards the gate that's opened. And he might not find me in time. Oh, dude, is the Ace gonna make it? No! Oh, I was really hoping Ace would make it. Afrin nose spray helps really well with blocked ups. Use it for allergies. You want me to shoot drugs up my nose? You want me to do some blow? Yeah, I'll have to look into it next. Thank you. Oh, John said, oh, I'm very sorry in advance that I have to leave because I think you're a good live streamer. Oh, I appreciate it, John. No need to apologize. I appreciate the compliment. Let's see. I might make it to this gate in time. I think I have to take the most direct route, though. I already do No, I don't know what you're talking about, officer. I do none of the drugs. What are drugs? I've never seen a weed in my life. Okay, I think I need to go up this hill. I meant to say I. Don't be picky, I'm. Bye, John. Chat, say bye. Oh, you meant to say JK. This makes sense now. This makes sense. I'm sorry. I could have figured that out. I think I make this. Yeah, I totally make this. It's gonna be really close though. Oh my god. This is this is such a lame way to end the first match. I'm sorry. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. I do have a message from Cammy though, so she might be going live soon. Let's go. Oh, was he right there? Oh, he was right there. Oh man. I almost saved the ace. Are they all? Oh, they were all console. Right, let me close some of these extra background passes, guys. Bonk, bonk. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need that. Yeah. Bonk, bonk. Okay, what did Cammy miss me? Okay. Shopping rewards. That was actually a pretty good first match. That was interesting. Oh wow, look at this Oni armor. That's pretty dope. Too bad I don't have the rift. Where does the hook pierce your body? That's a good question, Ken. It usually goes like just under the collarbone, I think, like through the shoulder blade. It does not make sense. In real life, you would just die. You would be dead. But we kind of suspend disbelief for the game. Let me blow my nose. Oh, let me turn down the music for myself. Got all the things to do right now. I'm not gonna bother to plug the stream in other Discord servers. It's okay. I just want to hang with you guys, especially because we're gonna be with Cammy in a bit. I'm trying to get all the survivors to Prestige 3. That way I have all their perks on all the other survivors. We're actually pretty far in. I'm over halfway there. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and then I have another... Oh, I have 25 and I have 11 to go. I guess 12, yeah. So I'm 2/3 of the way there, which is pretty good. Do I have any luck off? Okay. Bonk. Same thing, but better. Oh. Happy Pride, everyone. Whether you're in the community or not. Ken's gonna lurk. Okay, thanks for the lurk, Ken. I just want to remind everyone that my stream will always be a safe place for people of the queer community or any sort of minority, whether it's race, sexuality, sex, gender. I'm just, I'm all about social tolerance and like, I might not live the same life as you, but like, that doesn't mean I can't respect it, you know? Like, why should I care how you identify or who you love or your skin tone or, you know, shit like that. I just care how you treat me and my friends and other people. Why am I getting all console players? I should have a I should have a redeem that's like play a match with a controller. That'd be a good redeem. I'm not terrible with a controller, but I'm not great. Drink more water, kids. Hydrate or dehydrate, especially when you're sick like me. Okay. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not, like I said, I'm not bothered. Discord's. I can't be bothered. You guys are chill. I got enough viewers. Oh, I should have warned you guys. Sorry. Blowing. Ah, man. Luckily, I feel pretty good. I'm not like super fatigued. It's just obnoxious. Happy National Happy Bicycle and Repeat Day. What's Repeat Day? Also, what does it mean to be Bicycle Day? Oh, Happy National Bicycle and Repeat Day. I got you. Gotta give the bags for good luck. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Do a little dance. Do a little love. Get down tonight. Oh no. Oh, where is he? Is he stalking us? Fuck you. Oh, that was a really fast tier 3, so there's no shot it's perma tier 3 or like tombstone. But he must be on the other two. I hope. Oh, where was that? Yeah, okay. Big Mike. Myers was the first killer I ever played. And then I think the second was Ghostface? I kind of forget from there. But yeah. Big Mike. I don't know, I thought Big Mike would be like a easy start. Interesting with like the stalk ability. Oh, she's fucked. Okay. He's probably gonna put her in the basement as well? I don't know. Oh, this is a bad idea. But I'm committed. Okay, we're not exposed anymore anyway. He's gonna, yeah. Oh, wow. He hit me. Oh, but he's chasing her. Okay, I'm gonna go back down. Jeff. Okay. Let's go to the gallows. Rep. Okay, wow, she's already dead on hook? She got to second stage already? That sucks. Okay, we're gonna get somebody out of the game at 4 gens. That's not good. Shit. That's not worth committing. He's gonna, yeah. It's like even if we finish healing, he's just gonna tier 3. Like that. There you go, Jeff. Oh no. And he's gonna go in basement. Oh, she's up there. Oh, he's not gonna go in basement. Does he know I'm up here? He does not know I'm up here. Alright, let's go. Alright, Jeff, where do you want to heal? Tickle time! Tickle time! Oh, he's already chasing the Cheryl. This game is going quick, I'm not gonna lie. She's giving him the loops though, that's good. Oh, okay, he's back down, but she's already injured. Oh, Cammy messaged me again. Do I have Discord? Cammy, you know I have Discord. I've been in your server. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'll have to respond to her in a minute. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. Oh, it's like my whole body gets into it. I wish I knew what the Jeff was doing. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, he is fast. He's gonna have no idea where he went. He has no idea where he went. Yeah, that's my server. Sorry, I didn't realize that's what you were asking. Yes, I have a server. Feel free to join. And if you join the community queue, I can... Oh, no! I tabbed out at the worst time. If you join my community queue, I can pull you into the recording VC. Live VC. Good question. The Skibidi Toilet? Do you know the weird name? What? Ken, what are you... No, I don't understand, Ken. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to unhook myself. But at least I have renewal up, so when I get unhooked, I will heal. Oh, I hope he doesn't kick that chain. Is he going up there? No, he's not. Okay, please? Okay, thank you. Cheryl, I don't know about that, Chief. Well, Jeff, you're on your own. Jeff, take a hit! Jeff! Why are you bagging me? Oh, he just teared down. That's crazy. Boop. Oh, he is breaking that. Okay. I can use this little bit of med kit. Oh, I see you in the community queue, Cammy. I'll have to pull you in after the match. Jeff, what are you... What? Did I fuck myself? I fucked myself. Ah! Oh, there's no... Oh, I thought I was gonna stick there. That would have been crazy. He could have never picked me up. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that was a good try, Jeff. Unfortunately, there's a hook really close. Yeah, I misplayed that a bit. I'm just like too horny for gens after I get unhooked. Oh. He's probably still watching me. Jeff. If you don't see his terror radius. Is this gen still... Okay, it's still close. I'm just gonna commit to this gen. I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this match, so I may as well finish this gen. I do see him sucking me. Is there a pallet? Pallet? There are no pallets. I'm dead. He's so fast! He's so fast! Whoop, whoop. Yeah, at least I'm in the corner. Really? We're gonna... Okay, I'm gonna move. And he's just gonna slug me. What's nice about this map is there's a lot of bushes. But man, this match went quick. I'm trying to find a good spot to hide where he's not going to just immediately find me again if he goes looking to where I got slugged. Reading Kid's message, I thought of like the not Jungle Book, Tarzan. Do what she do. Did Jeff get in a locker? Okay, I am going to... He did. Oh no, he's gonna hear me. Does he have Deer Stalker or something? What the fuck? Okay, well he knows I'm here now, so that's cool, I guess. Man, I feel like he walked right up to me. Jeff is blessing a totem, I think. We're just gonna get his attention. No, he cleansed it. Okay. Jeff is just in it for the points. Let's see if I can get closer to Jeff. Oh no. I was gonna say that means he saw Jeff. Oh no. Can I get to a really obnoxious spot where he will never find me? I do kind of just want out of this match, though. I will, Hello, big strong man. Okay. Get to another match. I'll pull Cammy in. I don't know where Rack is. I thought he was going to join soon. Bonk. 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 I might. Oh my god. Let's go. Sheesh. He's got to earn it. If he wants this, he's got to earn it. Oh, I really thought there was going to be a pallet here. Oh, I really thought there was going to be a pallet there. There's no pallets. Pallet. Nope. Well, I'm under a hook too. GG's. Where's he going? Oh, is he looking for Hatch? He's just breaking all of the walls for points, I guess. Okay. Cool. I want my struggle points. There we go. Okay, man, I'm gonna pull you in. Fair warning. Boop. I want to blow my nose. I don't want to do it. Oh, she can hear. Hello. I didn't want to spook you.
Hi. No, you didn't. You're fine.
Cool. Are you live right now?
I am. Oh,
Okay, so I definitely shouldn't say any slurs.
No, you're fine. I have the adult folds.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like TOS. Like if I said them on my stream, I would.
I mean.
Okay, cool. I don't know where my +1 is, Rack. And I know you mentioned Pancake. Are we gonna wait on Pancake?
No, Pancake is doing something.
Okay.
I asked you first, and then I invited, obviously. So I'm not about that. Like, I'm just gonna invite my friend. Like, no.
Yeah, well, my buddy Rack seems like he had a rough day at work, and so I don't know this. I'm a little.
They join us. I put the charm on and make them feel better. So.
Yeah, wait, is that a? Do you have a bisexual flag charm?
I do. You didn't get them?
Where do you get that? How do I get?
Oh my god. Okay, I will send you all the codes right now.
Oh.
You haven't had a single code?
Oh, you know what? I saw Kitty in a server share. Hold on. Okay.
I will text them all to you. Hold on. Just don't worry.
Tricks or treats. Code is expired.
No, here.
Legend Eerie.
I'm sending you the link so you don't have so you just have to copy paste them from what I'm sending you.
I can
Sound good?
type fast. I got them fast
you?
fingers, Cammy.
But yes, they have my flag now, and I'm so happy about it.
Oh, I see flag B. Oh, okay. Flag P. No, I can't spell. Flag T. NB. Oh, non-binary flag.
Yes.
That's cool.
There's 9 of them. I will have to.
Okay, yeah. I could. Oh, did you send?
I sent you the ones that you're already doing, forever ago. But I have a picture of the rest of the flags. So give me 1 second, and I will send it.
Yeah, all the codes you sent me, I already have, unfortunately.
Yeah. All good.
Oh, okay. My buddy Rack is here. You mind if I pull him in?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just so happy that we have pride
Yeah,
flags.
a little more
Even
representation.
more. So there's the IS flag, which is the intersex flag.
Oh, okay, one sec.
Hmm?
Hello, Rack. Rack, meet Cammy.
Yeah.
Cammy, meet Rack.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Rack.
Rack, don't say any slurs.
And
We're both
I'm
live.
Cammy.
Why would I? What are you talking about? Like
Imagine
the weird
being
zany
bullied.
uncle.
Wait, how do I get the intersex flag?
IS. I.
Oh, I already
And then
claimed.
S.
I'm stupid. I already did it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so there's that. You got the pansexual and the trans flag, right?
Yeah. I think I have all the flags.
So
I'm all of the gay now.
A flag double G is the agender. Then there's the gender fluid, the non-binary, the genderqueer, and the asexual. I'm
What's
really
the-
glad they brought the asexual one. That was really cool.
What's the pan flag one?
It's just flag P.
Flag P.
Big PP. Did I get? I feel like I'm missing some still. How did?
Okay, hold on. So let me go see your flags.
What? I wish they were all by name. Oh, no, name isn't gonna. Can I get a search bar? Hey, behavior. When are we gonna get a search bar? Okay, so I have the bi flag. Oh, I do have the intersex flag. I just had never seen it
Okay.
before.
Okay.
Non-binary, pan, progress, rainbow, trans. I think that's them all.
No. No, you're missing the genderqueer, the asexual. There's nine flags that in total.
Okay, back to the mines.
Or at least 9 new flags. There's the like original one and then the progress one. And then there's 9 more on top of that.
Yeah, where's the updated list?
I can send it to I can screenshot it and send it to you.
Please sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat. Say hi to Cammy and Rack. Rack's a longtime buddy of mine.
I
Cammy.
almost clicked call on accident. I don't want to talk about it.
Cammy's a newer friend of mine. She's also live. If you guys don't mind checking out her stream, just Cammy.
And then
Kings.
if you don't have any of the other ones, hopefully
Oh!
they still work.
Poggies.
They worked like 2 days ago, at least.
Thank you.
I think the Love is Love one doesn't work anymore. So I'm sorry if you don't get that one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. I think I have them all. Gotta catch them all. June is the month of. I guess it's. How do I make this joke?
Sure that there's no
Pokemon.
Party Tricks is also one that you get 200 Eerie shards. I don't know if I added that to the list or not.
Yeah.
Tricks as in like the cereal tricks.
Yes, I have all 9.
Ah, that one's expired.
The Party Tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just
No, you're
those
good.
are the only ones I had.
Thank you for sharing.
Also, I'm bringing BPS. I have 44 more.
You have 44 bloody party
do you not
streamers?
see? Yes. Do you not see? Do you not see the level that I am?
I do, and I
not
like
pay
it makes
attention?
sense, I guess.
Did you not pay attention?
No, I just that's
I
still
got
a
it
lot.
last night. Oh, I mean, I had more before, but I have of the year 6 offering. I have 675.
Do they not have a new
shit, my
pride
bad. Let
charm
me
this
bring
year?
it up.
Oh wait, hold on. There's one more. Fudge. It's Kindred without an E. So KINDRD, and it's like this pretty like I have it on belt, but you can't. Really
Ah.
It looks
Yo,
like this.
Sabo. That's,
Isn't it? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It is called Glance of Pride. So if you have it sorted by name, then it'll be in the G section.
okay. Pet, pet, pet.
So pretty. I'm so happy.
I got my little Tamagotchi. We're ready.
I am also. Did everyone put in the codes? Yes. Anybody have any challenges?
Wait.
I don't.
Oh, I have a challenge I can't do because I don't have the perk for it.
Which one?
I need Blood Rush.
The one where he's gonna dig in.
Yeah.
I think I did that one.
He doesn't have.
It's okay, I don't have them either, but they were putting them in the
Okay.
Can
in
I
the
still
Shrine
get him over
secrets.
sure?
So I spent like
That's
almost
playing a clip
30,000
from her
of
channel.
my EV shards.
Oh, does it not
Hey, I'm not
link
the
to
one
her
that
channel?
Said
I think if you.
that I should still be.
She's on Twitch.
That was him. You take that.
Thanks,
off your
Nips.
son.
So you can still beat me up though.
Man, I really need to revamp my stream sometime.
I think my cats are just essentially just slamming each other against things at this point.
Cammy, Cammy, is Cammykins. Let me do it this way. There you go. That's her channel. And then also, if you guys want to check out Rack, but he's not live. Rack, I don't know if I told you, I have a cold, so you're gonna get. I'm gonna mute on Discord when I blow my nose, but yeah.
Alright, that's gross. You're disgusting.
Yeah, stream's getting some ASMR nose blows moments.
Oh no.
I just mute my whole microphone. I don't care.
I don't have an easy way to do that, and it's, I don't know.
Lethal, so don't be where you started. Why did I start on a hill?
I'm
though?
never where I
Because-
started. I'm always running. Oh, he found me.
Is
It's a
doctor?
Wesker.
He said, oh, it's a Wesker.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
shoot.
what if you didn't? What if you didn't? What if you didn't? Oh, no, he didn't. Let's go.
Bo, do you remember my reputation with Weskers?
Yeah.
What is? Oh my God! Please don't come after me. Come on.
I don't know why, but somehow I always either wiggle out or just manage to piss off Weskers. It's something about my Dwight.
Right, Ken.
Well,
He's just
do you want
built
this
different.
Wesker? Because I'll give you this Wesker. You can have him.
No, this is a weird change of pace. I'm kind of digging it.
No. Oh, hi, Bo.
Bye.
I
He's
lost another
chasing you.
side.
Oh, no, he's not.
Did
I lied.
he kick the gen?
He did kick my gen.
Nowhere to hide.
I ran into a corner. Okay.
I did that on purpose to distract him.
Okay.
Oh, the
Am I
pallet
playing
isn't
a trio?
there.
I am.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Oh, I'm dead. Guys, how about that gen? Pop first
I'm
gen.
7 minutes.
Right now.
Nope.
Now.
I'm being.
How about now?
Healed right now. No offense. He's coming over here though. Damn it.
Oh, hi, Ken. Ken's in chat.
Ken is in chat.
Ah, my God.
John was also
she
in
took a
chat, but he
hit.
had to go.
No, I haven't, but I
was?
have an appointment for like next week.
Oh, Joe was?
John,
Whatever
Ken's
the-
brother.
John. Oh.
The 9th, I think. Here, Jen. Here, Jen.
The Gooster's in my
Hi.
chat.
Touch me.
Hello. I'm sorry.
The 9th. It's okay. Okay, have fun. I know you're fine. I'm getting dental surgery. I'm getting a tooth removed. Oops, sorry. So I ran into you.
Hey, Cammy. So
Yeah.
do we know if Pancake is going to join?
No, pancakes under.
Pancake's not joining. Do you mind if I invite another friend?
That's fine.
Epic.
So here's my stipulation for using my year 6 plans, whatever you want to call them, desserts. Yes, is to have a full party of 4. Because I refuse to deal with randoms while I am trying to.
Bless them with blood points. Gotcha.
Exactly, yes. So as long as we have a full party of 4, I will put down.
No.
any
Pongu's a
of my
looping god. She deserves it.
offers.
She'll give him the spins.
It's. I have a habit of stealing women from a friend group. So are you sure you want to bring another girl in here?
No, it'll be
I
good.
don't know if you've noticed, but I stole.
No, she's one of the boys, right, Rack? Pongu's one of the
Uh-huh.
boys.
Yeah, I just hope she's not mad at me for playing this instead of working on my D&D character.
I mean, hear me out. You can compromise, right? By working on your D&D character while we're in lobby.
Ooh, I could do this.
Because I tend to do
but I'm-
everything. I will go wash the dishes while I'm waiting. I have a wireless headset, and it is always charged up to 100%. Oh,
That's crazy.
did she just... I love it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that saw that, though.
I'm giving him
Look!
chase in the main building.
Okay, the random does not want me to kill them. I get to hear Kate moans. This whole time.
Ken, I am in a long-term committed relationship, so yes, I do like someone.
What?
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 Wait, I missed something here.
I did too.
Yeah, Ken.
Do you
in
like
chat.
anyone? If you can answer, or
Any one of you can answer. So I answered, yeah, I like someone.
I feel like I have to at this point. I'm sorry. I feel like I don't have a choice
Oh,
And
that was
whether-
crazy.
in whether I like said person or not.
It's the law.
it kind of is.
Considering I signed the marriage certificate, but you know, just no, oh my god.
That's a crazy way to put it. Here's Wonderwall.
I said maybe.
Maybe. Oh, I missed a skill check.
I'm trying to go save you, but he's literally kind of proxy camping you because I ran over to you and now she did, and I'm coming, don't you die. Oh goodness.
Oh, I also got hit, but you got grabbed? That's crazy.
No, he hit me, but it went through me into you as well.
Oh,
I know.
he hit me with you.
Yep.
Oh, man, I was really trying to take that hit for you. I said maybe.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, Pongu
So funny
also
to hear
kind of has to like somebody considering she lives with him.
I also live with the said person.
I live with my parents.
I don't think
I
they-
also
I
live
don't-
with Bo's parents.
That's not true. Wait,
Not lovely.
I haven't been in the
Oh,
basement in a
I was
while.
on her. Here, let me do it. I have one make it, and I unhook bow, so you get the one that I bow with.
What? Hello?
Oh, they're right there. It's
Who? What? What is going on over there? I just sprayed
I
myself.
didn't.
Man, I'm
I
just
didn't
gonna.
realize the killer was right there. I like force healed Dwight.
Booster, do you want me to pull you in now? Or do you want to wait?
Quite literally force healed Dwight, and then the killer came and smacked me.
And then the Wesker come. Sorry.
Did he?
Maybe.
I don't feel like he's capable.
Well, maybe that's what the little Ouroboros is. They're like little sperms.
Oh, I broke his ankles and he got mad.
Just do the gen. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can pop in whenever you want, dude. So
Have
You do you.
myself. Oh shit.
So
Well, I am hindered. I am so slow. Yes.
And you can get grabbed.
Yeah, that's true. I am gonna unhook you, and then I'm gonna kill you, and then we go spray.
Oh my god, the Gooster? Pongu, meet Cammy. Cammy, this is Pongu.
Hello.
Hello. I heard, oh my god, the Gooster? Twice. I was like,
Dude, I love the D&D group where I was like, oh yeah, I've known the Gooster from blah blah blah, and then you were like, I am the Gooster he is speaking of. Like, come on, it's pretty. Everyone's got to know.
yeah.
Who
That's
doesn't know
actually
you're
how I
the
introduced
Gooster?
myself at work.
Yeah. They're like, what's
Hi,
up?
I'm
And then you
Gooster.
dap them up and say, I'm the Gooster.
That's exactly what happened. Were you there?
Every time. Were you there?
Oh my god. It's been so long since I played this game. This new Blood Web thing is fantastic.
Yeah, but you have to be Prestige 1 to use it.
Good thing I
Do you
am.
really? Me
Oh.
being prestige 9 on every character, I didn't even think about needing to be a certain prestige to use it. That's kind of shitty.
I've only prestiged like 2 characters.
I did the
have-
math, and I'm P3 on like 24 and 0 on 12.
What's
Oh.
your
Mhm.
your prestige on Felix?
9 or 10. I think he's 10.
Oh,
He's
shit.
the highest. Then I have 9 on Jeff.
Okay.
But then everyone else is like 3 or 0.
I think I am dead. No, he's not chasing.
Did
Wait,
he?
do we have a
Did
third
he
gen?
kick my? He kicked my gen. That was my gen. No Pliz, no chase. Pliz, no chase. I don't want the smoke.
He can.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hi.
It was a joke. Please, let me live. Whoop.
Okay, you go
Big
find Hatch.
monkey.
I'm gonna go
Well
talk
said.
to Taylor, okay?
I'll
Oh,
try.
also get the ick off you, please. It's not a good look. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh.
Somebody on my friends list named Oh No, bro.
Oh no. I was just gonna do the gem. Oh, he came after me.
Oh,
Dude, no.
I fumbled that one a little bit, huh?
You built yourself a house.
I did.
Okay, time to try to listen for Hatch.
I went to Big Papa, the spider of the sky.
That's
know-
actually the end boss in our campaign. It's crazy.
Is giant sky spider?
Big
No,
Papa,
Big
the
Papa,
spider,
the
in, the
spider in the
sky.
sky.
I.
That's the BBEG.
I'm gonna bring so much fire.
Oh shit. I'm being chased. I don't think I'm gonna find Hatch.
Not with
Try.
that attitude.
Yeah, no, you'll find it.
I'm injured and he's on my butt.
No, he's Wesker.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, give him the spins? Oh my god, giving him the spins? She's
They're
crazy?
horrible close quarters.
And then he waited.
He was angry. Hatch was
Alright.
not where I ran.
That was the warm up.
I've only played Wesker like 2 or 3 times maybe. And the first time I ever played him, I had one person DC, like the first down I got, and then the next person like killed themselves on hook.
Pongo, didn't you have a match where somebody said like new to killer question mark?
Probably.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the context because it was so funny at the time. Yeah, I think it was like you
I was
had.
playing the lady, the other like tall, sexy lady that's not bird woman
Not
or
Plague?
huntress or plague. No, the new one.
Oh, Skull Merchant?
Oh,
Yeah,
Soul
her.
Booty.
It was. I think it might have been literally my first match on her.
Can you imagine if that was you in the game? I think I would live. I don't.
I think I still have the best quote from a survivor.
What's that?
I got I don't play killer very often,
Mm-hmm.
but I got a plus rep on my profile that says that I took a DS with 1 second remaining and I did not AC. It was.
I have something funny like that on mine. How the fuck do I view my profile? Oh, no, I have this on my Steam profile. Someone that says, by the way, I'll preface this with I don't have an OnlyFans. Somebody said, hey, I recently subbed to your OnlyFans, but I noticed that you have stopped posting. So can I please get a refund? Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Which the reason why this is so funny is because this person lives in like Canada or something, and I live in New England, in the US, obviously, and he was like, I'm coming down from Canada to go to like some convention. He's like, and there's an after party. Do you want to be my date? And I was like, I don't know you. Like, this is just somebody who, like, I met online and like played DBD with a couple times.
That's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
I am right next to New England, but I'm not in New England. I guess my state isn't cool enough to be in.
It's okay. We're just like a bunch of small states.
Nice going closer to everyone. Thank you. Bring luck offerings and doing the thing.
I was looking at
Oh.
my profile, but I didn't have any super interesting comments. Although there was one time, oh man, this was way back. There was a pig player who was just like unapologetically tunneling. And I looked at their profile, and it was somebody who like didn't stream
remember this.
anymore.
It's fine.
And literally every time somebody commented, they just copy pasted this like imagine commenting on somebody's profile and not letting them do the same, and it's just they copy pasted it so many times on their own profile responding to people.
Oh no.
Cringe.
I have the best and worst Dead by Daylight story. Okay, literally the best and worst. Okay, so back during the very beginning of the pandemic, when everyone was obviously extremely bored, right? Oh no, I'm so sorry, Bo.
It's okay. This is fine.
Basement's right here, so we should probably do this, Jen, though, as soon as we can. But anyway, so I
Oh,
was
this is also fine?
because I'm not I'm immunocompromised, and so I was prohibited from leaving my house. I think I didn't leave for 2 months straight, and then my mother finally allowed me to go to the grocery store with her, and we had to go before they even opened, because they literally had a time before they opened that they allowed like the elderly and the immunocompromised to go
Oh
shopping.
yeah, grocery stores here did that too.
And which is a godsend to me, because then I was able to go. But so I was allowed to go there. I had to wear gloves and carry hand sanitizer with me to hand sanitize my gloves every time I got near something. And I had to wear one of those like surgery masks,
Mhm.
the ones that you tie above your head and the back of your neck, because my mother would not let me go outside otherwise. I had to have everything covered, head to toe. And I was like, okay, Mom, thanks. I understand you don't want me to die, that's fine. But, so during that time, I was streaming a lot more because, again, I couldn't leave my house. And so this person, it was a killer, a hacker, who decided that it was his mission to find out all of my personal information.
Oh shit.
Twitch accounts with it, and then try to follow me. And I was like, my guy, literally most of my life is kind of public because it doesn't fucking matter because nobody actually knows where I live. So he was like, oh, this is your name. I'm like, yes, this is my legal government name. Good job. Not like it's hidden. And then they would like hack on Dead by Daylight to get into the games that I was playing just to troll me.
Oh my god.
Sounds
What for?
like they're a fucking loser.
It was, you know what? They did not scare me. It was really fucking funny. Also, I am glad she's chasing me and not whoever I just ran past.
That was
Maybe I have
me.
a confession.
I actually tried to get aggro and she left.
It was me all along. No, that'd be crazy, though.
Here. I don't want to be here. It was super funny. Like, they were thinking they were doing something, but they weren't. It was just.
We just got too much free time.
They really do.
Get a fucking hobby.
Yeah. Like, they could have literally just, like, streamed or something.
I have
Yeah,
a
for
hobby.
real.
I have hobbies. It's playing games and sitting in a corner and crying because I have anxiety.
Me? fucking-
She's next to me, almost, sort of. Whoever's not on Jen, she's going after you.
Oh,
I'm coming.
Oh, Sophia's, thank you for the follow, and I know. It's because you don't love me. It's
Just
fine.
coming back here.
Oh, I don't know how
I'm on
timed
a
that perfectly.
party room, by the way. Yo, Rack, they
Okay,
put on
I
our
learned my
favorite show.
lesson with-
What happened?
Rack, come into party room. Our favorite show is on.
I
Hold on.
think she's following. She's chasing me again.
I'm almost done this gen,
I
and I
don't
also don't
wanna
know
be
what party
tunneled.
room is.
No, you'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
I'm going into party room. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm not going into party room. I got down.
I'm sorry, I kind of ratted.
Look, it's our favorite show.
Oh. Getting chased by a serial killer.
No, on the TVs. You can grab her. Oh, never mind. I'm being chased. You should go grab her.
Okay,
gonna
I'm
finish this
coming
gen.
back into there.
Yeah, go in party room. She's chasing me.
So come over here. Coming towards me.
I'm.
Get away from me.
Dude, I'm being chased. I don't know what you
Stop.
want from me. Hey, what's up?
Do whatever you want.
Go away. You have cooties?
Do you? Okay.
Actually,
Oh,
can you?
she sees me. Oh,
Oh,
I ran into that. Oh, that's a nice skin.
it puts the lotion on Clarice, on its skin. That's-
I can't put that hit me.
Or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, that is what he says in the movie.
He does say that.
Hear me out, okay? I really don't want judgment for this, but has anyone tried the new Dorito flavors?
There's a new Dorito flavor.
Yes, there's two. There's like three, I
I
think.
also didn't know this.
I've heard this.
There's one called tangy ketchup, and there's one called hot mustard.
If I
And
can
I'm not
find it, I'll try it.
I'm not a huge mustard fan,
No.
right?
Me.
However, the ketchup one is
I-
divine. I did
Okay.
not think. I literally got it because I was like, why not? It's literally like $1, $1.50, $2, something like that. Why not try it,
I'm
right?
sorry, Gooster.
Yeah.
No, I thought she was.
I
I was
not
gonna get her,
expecting
but
I'm absolutely obsessed with these.
ketchup Doritos.
Yes.
Which is weird because I'm pretty
Tangy
sure
They do
there's.
not. They do
Lay's
not taste
ketchup
like ketchup, but they are so very like flavorful.
Are they just like tomato chips?
Well,
Kind of.
and ketchup chips are relatively popular in Canada as well, no?
They are.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
I've heard
say.
that.
She's coming. Why is she going after me?
Gooster, come back. Gooster, why are you running? Somebody else has been chased. Cammy's in chase. Little tickle time.
I'm not being.
What's
I
on? Oh,
don't think I'm being chased. I'm still being
Yeah, you
chased.
took
I'm
me.
dead. Why did she just? She just like completely ignored you. For me.
well, she might remember you're dead on hook.
Kill this.
Only dead on hook because she tunneled me from the first to the second.
Oh, it's crazy to come back, you psycho bitch.
You know, I think calling one of the DVD killers a psycho bitch is one of the most base things I've heard.
Well, she is.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's in the most literal sense.
Like,
I'm gonna go towards that gen that Rack was on.
I bet
You guys
she
want some
smells like
ASMR
cigarettes
nose
and
blows?
disappointment.
No, I really don't
No,
actually.
I would rather skin myself. I'm gonna.
I missed a skill check on the gen.
You missed a skill check on muting too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm here
My-
too. It's a party. Tickle time?
That's cool.
Tickle
This is
time?
The worst party. She's
Tickle time?
chasing. No.
Guys, why don't you? What's wrong? Guys, why don't you want some tickles?
Get up and die.
What the?
Oh, Cammy, is this? Did you use this? You did not use this. Rack,
I
where'd
did
you?
not finish it. No.
Tickle time.
The only time I used it was on you, so there should be like an entire.
Rack, you
entire
have
heal
HIV
for
now.
Another person and an entire heal for you.
Thanks.
No, technically I used it on him, so.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
oh no, I got you. I got you. Does this not work? Okay, that doesn't work. I guess. My bad. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, she All right, man. Oh, there's a hook right here. I'm just gonna.
Dude, I almost wiggled out too. Yo, that's sick. Tangy ketchup.
Those
Why
are really good.
Doritos? Okay, wait.
don't know.
Do you guys prefer corn chips or potato chips?
I like both.
Excuse you?
I can't.
Corn chips or potato chips?
I'm fat, motherfucker. A chip's a chip.
Same.
Okay, well, that's Rack's answer. Okay, potato chips all the way.
It's a potato.
Okay. Cammy?
Potato.
I don't care.
Gator.
Yeah, I like both.
Fair enough. But notice no one voted for corn chips. Interesting.
We should ban them.
I don't know why she's nopers me. Saying no to the palate?
Do you mean like just like the Frito corn chips or just corn chips in general?
Just corn chips in general, yeah, like Fritos or Doritos or corn chips. That's why I was asking. Because like the Lay's ketchup chips in Canada are potato chips, but the ketchup Doritos are corn chips. 'Cause I was trying to think to myself, like, what's the difference? Because I almost think that are Doritos from Frito Lay's? Like, is that the same company?
I could tell you. Hold on.
No idea.
They are. Yes, they are Frito Lay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, why would they make ketchup
I have a
Doritos
bag
if
right
they have
here.
ketchup Lay's?
Because it's a different demographic that'll buy the funny logo.
Oh, so what? Americans like Doritos and Canadians like Lay's?
Yeah.
But I prefer Lay's because I
telling
prefer
me.
potato chips.
Not very nice.
All right, good warm up.
Good warm up. Yay.
Yo, Gooster, do you watch Attack on Titan?
I love Attack on Titan.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I couldn't get
I
into
haven't
it.
started it yet, but I need to. I've heard a lot of good things.
Me and Tim watched the whole thing.
Big Tim. Big Tim.
I'm
You know what
actually
I've- Oh, go ahead.
starting to watch anime.
Oh, yeah?
What are you
I
watching?
used to be in anime in high school, which was like 9th or 10th grade, so 2009. But now I'm into it again, and right now I'm watching an anime called Another,
Okay.
and it's really good.
Called Another.
Mm-hmm. I can send you the link if you want.
Is he gonna about money?
Oh, apparently there's a live action movie of it.
Evidently, there's like a live action One Piece stage production.
I've heard about that.
I saw a photo and it looks crazy. Like crazy good. But yeah, I watched the first episode of One Piece and I went, no, this is too big of a commitment.
There's only 12 episodes though, and I think I'm happy. Apparently, I've been watching a lot of shorter animes.
Ken's watching
But when I
Dragon
watched-
Ball. Wait,
The
which
one
Dragon Ball?
The one before this
See.
one was called Yona of the Dawn, and it. That's the best I got.
This is tangentially related. You know what I've been obsessed with lately is Nirvana.
Oh,
I had
no.
never really listened to them before,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I can't stop listening to them.
Seem like.
Also, Pong, the reason why somebody in my chat said no slurs is because when Rack joined earlier, I jokingly said not to say any slurs, implying that he just lets them fly. I was like, Rack, Cam and I are live, so no slurs.
I was like, did I say a slur?
Just letting them fly. You don't even realize. They're so ingrained in
Yeah.
your day to
I was
day.
like, when did I become?
No, but Ken, which Dragon Ball? Like
actually,
the
I was just
original
gonna
Dragon
invite
Ball?
my
Dragon Ball
friend Tucker
Z?
Carlson, if I could.
Dragon Ball Z Kai?
Like,
Big Tuck? I call him Ucker.
What?
Tucker. Tucker. Oh, man.
Oh, did you guys see... Cammy, last time I saw you mentioned Ron DeSantis of Florida, and
Oh my god.
did you guys see... I think, Rack, you and I talked about this maybe. He was like announcing his presidential candidacy on Twitter Live, and it was audio only, and it was so... Like, everything wrong happened. Like, it just was so broken. Like, no one could listen to the live stream. And they ended up going on, like, YouTube or something? I forget. It was so scuffed.
I think my favorite part was when he said that the, like, 100-something thousand people that were there...
Oh, yeah, they
was,
broke
like,
the internet.
record-breaking. It was like, no, that's not record-breaking. That's, like, popular
No,
streamers have
but
cleared that
Rack,
consistently.
all those other streams with more people, it was just bots. That's what you don't understand. This is the first one with that
I
many
guess-
real
yeah.
people.
I haven't seen The Matrix. You're
You-
right.
yeah. All
I
those
haven't
other
woken
streams,
up to
fake.
it.
Fake news.
I fucking hate that.
Oh, that's sick, Ken. I couldn't really get into the original Dragon Ball, but I like Dragon Ball Z. Where Goku's older, he's like in his 20s or 30s? I forget. I think 30s. So how about these queue times?
Yeah, I'm just blood pointing.
Oh, have you ever thought about
Uh-oh.
streaming Fortnite?
Number one victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we're about to get there. Get there. No.
Get down!
I've literally actively avoided that consideration, but I appreciate the
Why?
question.
We could play Fortnite together.
I would rather
Yo,
cut
we
off
could
my
trio,
pinky
I'll
toe
play.
and eat it raw.
Dude, I'll cut off your pinky toe and you can eat it, and then we can play Fortnite. All right, man.
We don't want to play Fortnite. I love Fortnite.
I know you do. You love Fortnite and League, and I think you should see a professional about it.
I'm
Fortnite and League
scared.
of Legends are my two favorite games.
I'm scared of Valorant because I get hooked too easy. Once
I
I play
asked-
one game, I play it all fucking day.
I asked Tim today if I could be an e-girl, and he said no.
Well, fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
I
would
was
you
like,
let a
but I had such a
man tell
good-
you what to do?
Well, I more asked him if I could be his like e-girl girlfriend.
His
is what
PogChamp?
it was.
Is he your little PogChamp?
I asked him if he could call me
Are
kitten,
you
and
my
he said
little-
no.
That's so lame.
Well, it's because hold on, wait. It's
Yeah.
because is he a Discord mod?
He could be.
No, he's
'Cause
not.
If he okay, that's what it is. Make him a Discord mod.
Right, so make him a mod for your server.
Oh, okay.
Because Discord mods love kitten.
Yeah.
That's their whole thing.
Cammy, what are your thoughts?
I like League of Legends too.
No, that was not the takeaway.
That was the takeaway.
It's the worst thing you could have taken from.
No,
You could have at least said
Legends is great.
Fortnite.
I'd rather not talk about the second part anymore. Anyway, who's
Well,
your
Fortnite?
favorite champion? No, the other thing.
The
Who's your favorite-
Fortnite.
I'm a filthy, dirty Teemo main.
Oh, I love it.
I'm a top laner, like
I
deep to my core.
I'm
top
also a
laner.
top.
I got my friends
It's a
to
Huntress.
change their name,
Ow! Shit!
and they changed their name to Tactical.
Hey, Rack, you good?
No, I'm rack.
I am
Okay.
a filthy misfortune man.
Okay. She's kind of good right now.
She really is.
The like 2 times I played, I was big Cho'Gath.
Big Cho'Gath.
Big Cho'Gath.
He can
I
get so big
refuse
now
to
with the
play
new
League.
top lane item. But we should play League.
No.
And then
agree.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
refuse.
You know what? It's like doing drugs. Like, why start with weed? Just jump to coke and then heroin.
It's not that
Yeah,
bad.
just dabble a little bit.
Yeah. You know what? May as well go all the way.
I just
You
rolled
don't-
2 joints, like right before stream.
I've been hitting my dab pen the whole time.
I've
Me
also
too.
been hitting
No
his
way.
dab pen.
I can't smoke, but I rolled some.
I smoke too much, probably.
I used to smoke. I can't right now.
Fair enough.
Gooster, are you top or bottom? Never mind.
I'm a top laner.
No, I'm right. I knew that part. I meant in the game, like, was the hunter. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm on the bottom floor.
Oh, cool.
think.
Thanks.
Rack found out.
Yeah. I just wanted to get a little high five real quick. Nothing wrong
we
with
know if
that.
Bring me to the
pain res?
basement. Oh my god, if you had
Pain res
taken...
basement.
I was so close to wiggling.
I don't think there's pain. No, there's no pain res because the basement's
There's
all.
barbecue though.
That's fine. Hey, you want a little tickle time? Hey, you want a
Yeah,
little?
tickle me, baby. Give me a little. Awooga, you know.
For the record, we're like this in public too.
Not
I
we.
can't
Don't
wait to play
person.
D&D.
Not we. You're like this in public.
Yeah, and then people look at you like I'm your child and need to be leashed.
I'm being chased.
So, Rack, you gonna get that
Check this
save?
out. I'm gonna...
I really wish you hadn't.
I didn't
didn't,
know
uh,
what he could
Oh.
get.
I'm doing it. Oh,
Huntress, I'm a tuner too.
I'm a Huntress main in this game. I love her.
Oh, I
play
fucked myself.
I play Hag and I play Doctor.
Hag is so fun.
I am a terrible killer, but
I wonder you.
I'm like much better at
Does that
killer
mean
than
you're
I
a
am at
bottom?
survivor.
No.
Pain. No, that was probably barbecue.
She is. Wait. Okay, she is going towards the corner with basement. Nope, she's back on me. I lied. She's going towards the gen we completed. She's continuing counterclockwise around the main
UBC.
building. The first floor. Right, come get me. Please.
I'm gonna try to make it to you too. Just in case.
What the hell?
I was giving her time to clear the area.
All right, let's go back upstairs.
Hold on.
Me when I'm downstairs.
Me when
Oh,
I'm stairs.
no.
Me
Let's go
when I'm
back
down.
Upstairs. Hey, yo, that's Steve, bro.
Have a statement to make.
State it.
Boys stink.
No. No.
Wrong.
Nope.
I, in high school, had a friend
I'm
who
never wrong.
told me that she would hug me sometimes just because
You
I smelled nice.
definitely did not have a friend in high school.
No, this is a friend Pongu knows.
Yeah, for real. What? Yeah. No, Bo did have this friend. Alright, I had to process.
No.
Pongu, I'll message you who it was and it will make sense.
I know who you're talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, it's LeBron James.
Honestly, I feel like there are like 3 people who did that.
Oh! Well, that's news to me, and maybe all my friends just liked how I smelled. And they weren't real friends.
I think you smell pretty good.
I see Big Preach. Wait, are you a fake friend? Don't sniff the mic like that. Why are you being so weird? Oh!
I'm not being weird.
Me when I sniff.
You and I be sniffing.
Me when something smells pretty.
Oh man, she's got a rusty head. And gives
Me when I see a nail.
hemorrhage. Like, I'm getting the vibe you do a lot of things, you know?
Like see a nail.
Yeah. One time I thought I had a rock in my shoe and it was actually a nail poking through the sole.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it
I
was.
think she was coming.
I was like,
Did you get a tetanus shot?
no, I don't think so. No, I was already up to date on vaccinations because this was years ago. I was like,
Oh, you
I was like a teen. And I kept walking. I was like, man, like this rock in my shoe. And I kept like taking off the shoe and like flipping it over. And then finally, I noticed the nail head. And I was like, oh. So I don't know how. I must have stepped on a nail straight up and down, which is crazy. So how's it hanging, fellas? Thanks for the relurk,
Blood
Ken.
pointing.
She threw a hatchet at me.
That's just
What
a
a
pat on the
bitch.
back. Good job.
Violet! Stop! Don't question it, I'm just yelling at a cat.
Understandable, to be honest.
Now it feels like BM.
Yelling
Huh?
at cats.
Well, Bo and I both said GG easy. And then the killer said GG well played. And now it feels mean.
Hmm.
But I like to say GG easy when I lose because it's funny.
Nobody asked you to have kids.
What?
Nobody asked you.
Ouch.
Nobody asked you to be a cat whore.
So I was gonna jokingly say me talking to my mom, but then this just got weird.
Ooh.
Nobody asked you to be a cat whore. To my mom.
I mean, she's not a human whore.
My cat's a cat whore too.
No, he's not.
I
Don't
have-
talk to my godson like that.
I I have 2 cats. Or I had 2 cats. Both are sisters. However, one of my cats got out, and she got pregnant.
She went
with
out
my
on the
brother father. I
town.
don't know what it is.
With her brother father?
It is
Her
so
goddamn what?
It is here. Hear me. Let me just explain this, okay? My brother has a cat who has consistently gotten pregnant every single year, at least twice a year, since like
God damn.
before the pandemic. So the very sad problem about that is the majority of her litters do not make it, and I don't know if it's like her or if it's like something, but there's been one litter that made it, and that's where my mom's cat came from. And then she got pregnant again, and she had 3 kittens, two girls and 1 boy. I originally had picked the boy out, but long story short, my dad's dog killed him. So
Oh shit.
that's just, yeah. But so we kept the 2 girls, and we moved away. We moved back, and my cat Aurora, she's a great type. She gets out, and she becomes
Oh.
pregnant. She didn't get out of the house. She got out of our room, and she got pregnant with her brother, who could also be her father because he could have also knocked up his mom for her to
Wait.
be born. It's really complicated.
What? I was like, how can you be brother and father? But wait a second.
There's a possibility.
I said maybe.
The only reason why it is a possibility is because her sister, who's named Nova, literally looks like a spitting image of my mom's cat, who we call Dickhead, even though his name is Diablo. He's just an asshole, so I call him a dickhead. So that's weird. There's a
All
lot.
who calls her cat was it Peepus?
I call him Pooper.
Pooper.
Stinker.
One time I was seeing this guy who was telling me that his mom's cat was named Ollie, and that he really wanted to get another cat and name it Kickflip. So he'd have like Ollie and Kickflip.
Man.
Just thinking of like a kitten named Kickflip.
I mean,
The dog
I'm sure
named
Rack
Pop
will
Shove
enjoy.
It.
I'm sure Rack will enjoy this. One of the kittens that my cat had, I named him Smokey for a very obvious reason.
Because he's a bear?
That's the
First of all, he's gray. Second of all, there's a lot of weed smoking happening in my vicinity,
Hey, alright, man.
which is legal here, isn't it? Why?
Yeah, man.
It wasn't here when I started, but
Well, you
I
weren't.
moved
now.
from
Legal
an
anyway.
illegal state to an illegal state.
I have Skull Merchant. I'm in Maine, and she's in Maine with me, and I think someone else is in here with me.
No, I'm not. Oh, I am.
What did I? Okay.
Oh, no.
so- It became legal here, I think, April of last year, so it's been legal for just over a year. However, I blissfully lived in Michigan for a year, where it's been legal since 2018. So in Michigan, you can literally get an ounce for like 40, 50 bucks.
What
Damn.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's dummy cheap.
Yeah.
I need
It's-
to
and it's
fucking
good.
move, bro.
And it's good weed too.
What the hell?
Boy, what the hell?
It is good weed. Damn.
I have no idea how this lady works.
So she places the claw traps. If they're orange, you don't want to be in the radius because it will expose you. And if she goes in it, she goes undetectable. But if they're yellow and scanning, you want to run up to them without running into the scan and deactivate it.
I mean, you can still run into them when they're orange, as long as you can see the little
you don't wanna
drone
Stay.
close to the ground. Yeah, no. So if you have to, deactivate it. Make sure that the drone is low to the ground, and then you run in and you left click it and you get like a little mini game. So it's just like it's 4 buttons. It's up, down, left, right, but you use your W key, your WASD keys. So W is up, A is left, S is down, and D is right. And then it stays on you for a bit.
She's here. She's here. Rack. She's here.
Thanks for bringing her.
You're welcome. I knew you were into
Jen, you
Thank
fuck.
you.
You're very welcome.
Whoa, 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 whoa. She.
So what rank are you?
Hey, what?
In this game?
You're in League if you play ranked.
Oh, I don't play
I'm-
ranked, so
I
I'm
misplayed.
iron.
Shoot. If it is in yellow and you end up getting hit by the scanner, the drone will go up. So you can clear it out.
Howdy, gamer.
Oh, hi. I'm upstairs into my porch area.
Oh, hey, Ken. No, I wasn't planning to end the stream. Oh, I guess I will soon. This might be the last match. I need to get some sleep because I'm sick.
Alright, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do we know any of her perks yet?
Nah.
I don't know where gens are, so I'm looking.
Hey, can I get a hand?
I'm going.
She left me.
I'll get down, but I'm going. I'm coming.
Oh my gosh, my hero? Oh,
Academia?
Go. Everyone's across the map, run.
What? Why did this drone reactivate? What the fuck? That's not fair. Oh, I was so close to getting exposed again.
You are injured, so.
Yeah. I'm dead.
No.
Or
Nar. Emma.
Oh no.
I'm big dead. I got nothing in this corner. Except a station wagon. Oh, you know what? No, I make this. I don't make this.
Damn it. I tried to save you.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't take it personally. Why is she? Why
Push you
am
down. Why?
juggling me? Why are you juggling me? Where are we going? What is going on? Okay, bye.
Bo lives.
I guess.
Yep.
Hello,
Rex
boiler.
does not live.
Nope.
It's
If
going,
you
man. I
come
got
to
a
me, I'll
cold,
kill you.
but the games aren't bad, you know. Just good vibes. Decent stream. Dude,
Never mind,
Dwight,
they're right in front of me.
the always gets me. Sounds like an anime. I don't know line.
Ouchie.
I feel like she likes
It
me. I feel like she's
hurts.
ignoring me a little bit. Hey, bye. I don't understand at this point. You kids have fun.
She's probably coming here. We gotta
Yeah,
go.
she is.
Go, 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 go.
Hi.
Fuck,
Well.
man.
No run.
I almost wiggled out too.
Oh damn! You should have said something. I would have taken hit.
I wouldn't have. Yeah.
Run.
Oh, I ran to a bush. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Are there any okay, there is a pallet here I can work with. Oh, dude, this is such a long loop.
Thank you.
Nah, I misplayed that. Big misplay on that. Adios,
Rest and
amigos.
pepperonis.
I don't know what her deal is. This is the second time she's juggling me. Okay, thank you.
You wanna go do? Oh. What is that?
She knows I'm dead on hook.
I don't know. I think she's just kind
Because
of
she
fucking
just
around.
hooked me twice in a row.
I think she's just chasing. You wanna go do main? We need to go save.
Oh man, so many tissues. You think I should make some art with my tissues? My cold tissues?
No.
I'll make it for you, Rack.
Run.
Come here, my little bear. I want to tickle you.
Hello. Tickle me. I'm gonna work on this gen.
Just so you know that I have a tracker on my arm, so she knows exactly where I am.
Why would you not take that off?
You can't. You just gotta
You
wait the timer
can't.
out.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Because I want her to know where I am.
Obviously. She's got a nice butt. Why wouldn't you? I think Maya's house isn't done. I didn't hear it.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I think
Pretty
she's
decent.
intentionally farming all the hooks. Please don't go in here. Please don't. Okay, now we
Me?
can. There we go. Oh my god. Nom flashbacks.
She left me.
Well, we still another general though.
I think she's looking for who's playing Yun Jin? Oh,
Pongu.
bro. You're gonna
Oh
get
my God,
revealed?
you did.
Pongu? Get out of the yeah. It's gonna expose you.
Hit it.
Okay.
Okay, she just looked at me and left.
Oh, okay.
Dream P20
It's like a thing.
Cat Boing. Thanks. Very cool. I'm gonna sneeze.
Go
Oh.
back on the den if you're not being chased.
Oh.
Okay. I am... Okay. I kind of just want out at this point.
I'm almost done with the den.
Let's see if there's no way out. There's not.
What door are you doing?
The one where he got downed.
I'm almost at the other one.
Can you recover rather than crawling? Thank you.
I have, I can get up on my own.
I still heal faster, but good to know. I was blowing my nose.
It's okay.
Get up on your own? Maybe not in front of her, though? Oh.
I can get up on my own.
I know.
I'm thinking slug race.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. That's why I was like sitting here.
What? Oh, okay, shield. Rack, do you know how slug race works?
How what?
Slug race works. So you gotta line up with us.
Okay.
You gotta line up with us.
I'm trying, dude.
Yep. And then when she swings, you start. And then whoever doesn't make it, dies.
Nobody usually
Oh,
does.
I have a funny bit.
That's crazy. I didn't think about that.
Bye, friend.
Take me. Take me.
Take you.
Take me. Take me. I need to blow my nose. Take me. Take me.
Take me.
Take me. What she doesn't know is when I wiggle free, I'm just gonna go running back in. Hatch time! Let's go!
Look. I'll find it.
This is a big map, to be honest. I'm in the road.
The other door is also open. It's just down the street.
Okay,
You're
bet.
right. Or at least it's 99, I think.
Yeah, I have no idea where this hatch is. Alright, I'll leave. Meow. That's a bush. Boink. That was a weird match.
Yeah.
It was
Right?
interesting. I almost got double pipped.
Okay, now we GG easy, Rack.
No.
No.
How to be toxic 101.
I'm not being toxic. What?
So toxic.
Why is that toxic?
What? Me? Nah.
Oh my goodness.
It's just a joke.
I reiterate my earlier statement.
Wait, you're cheating ways.
All right, I got like one more in me.
Okay.
Thanks, boy.
Didn't you just start playing? And
What?
streaming?
What? I started streaming at 8. It's 10.
It's not even.
And I have a cold.
It's Blink.
No, I don't like streaming hours on end.
Fair enough.
Check chat.
Especially
Raise
if
hand
it's
if Bo
late.
the best YouTuber. Oh, thanks, man. Very sweet.
I live chaotically. It's the only way to live life.
I do outside of work, but work makes it hard.
Yeah, he will just text me at like 8 p.m. Be like, what are you doing right now? I'll be like,
Yeah.
in rehearsal or, at home. And he's like, want to come smoke? And I'm like, dude, I have work in the morning.
I'm like, come on, man. I'm already high. Come on, come over.
Come over, man.
I still have another.
One time he asked me to go work out at like 7 p.m.
No, I think you thought I was.
Because the
asking
time
that,
before
but
you
I
did. I thought that because you had before. In the past.
I don't believe you, but I won't
Mm-hmm.
fight it.
Okay, bottom.
But I think you're lying.
Ooh.
You're a liar.
Nah, I'm a truther. Something about just like silence and then keyboard clicks.
Oh, I'm looking something up completely different. Sorry.
I saw some British TV interview, and the guy getting interviewed says, well, concrete doesn't grow on trees, now does it? And then the guy from
Oh,
the
I saw
news
this.
channel says, oh yeah, it does. And then there's just like awkward silence for a good 5 seconds, and he says, all right, well, thanks for being on the show, and then just lets him go. Crazy.
I saw this.
Okay. I want a clean 4-man escape.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you.
Like last game?
Like no, not like last game. Last game was kind of a drag.
We escaped.
Yeah, but I didn't come to play Farming Sim 2023. Came here to play DVD.
Delight.
Dead by D's nuts.
Dead by delight.
Dead. That was it.
What?
Oh, that was it. Just dead.
The
The
new
game is
title
dead.
of game. Dead.
Spelled D-E-D-D.
Mmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you just gotta let me cook.
It's like an artistic choice. I see.
I can't say what I thought. Yeah, artistic. Yeah. Oh man, I'm
do
sorry,
by
chat.
do or
I'm
do
toast.
do. What the fuck?
Do by do or do do. He's saying it's at DVD. Do by do or do do.
Oh.
See, I'm still hip and with it. You're old and cringe and bald.
I have more hair that is longer.
More body
than
hair,
you have.
yeah.
And on my head.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Why do you keep muting in between?
I thought you didn't want to hear me blow my nose.
I don't. I just didn't.
Fine, this one's for you.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe I'm on push to talk. Oh, I guess it doesn't show
I
like that.
can't do push to talk.
There is
'cause I'm too
corrupt, by the
dumb.
way.
I'm too dumb and I don't know how to like remember to press the button.
Oh shit, man.
Who
He
is it?
already be slapping me. Oh, it's Pyramid Head.
Basements and killer.
P-head.
Is this
Big,
retribution?
Big PP head.
It's got hex attribution. Attribution.
Hex
Something
red.
like that, whatever.
Or are you sure it's not undying? Because hex red activates when you cleanse a totem. Undying is just when you get next to it.
Guess what? You see me right here? In Killer Shack?
What? I don't.
Here, this is your totem. Because he's got plaything.
Oh, Rack, do you
I
see where
was
she is?
cleansing it and it stopped me from cleansing. And I was like, really? You don't hear him for a bit because of the... Betcha. Oh, are you
Hey.
going for unhook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, my friend. I'm coming to rescue.
you.
Take a time.
Take a little time.
See, this is why boys stink.
What? You girls not have tickle time? That's kind of fucked up.
Imagine
Oh, no.
not having friends.
I said boys stink because the killer was chasing me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
whoa.
then
Did
you
you just
guys
assume
let
Pyramid Head's gender?
Mongo. No, I'm talking about Huntress. Where you guys
What?
let her get
What?
to second stage because you were on a gen and you didn't want to get off the gen.
'Cause I'm a woman.
Because she's a woman and you guys stink.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
That's
But I
it.
was
so
being
confused
chased,
right
so I
now.
couldn't go.
Yeah, I'm just nodding along, Rack.
I bet.
I'm sorry.
I'm listening to a song called Territorial Pissings.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Rack. Very cool.
This song.
Did you know that
I don't
he is stored in the
want
balls?
him.
True fact.
I have heard that before.
Like in
I'm running towards
biology
somebody.
class?
I'm
Or...
sorry. In advance.
Just rumors.
Fuck.
All right, first gen, 2 hooks. Let's go.
Woo!
He's not happy with me.
We should bang out main building as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's gonna be really tough.
Oh, why'd you bring him over here?
I'm sorry. I said whoever I'm running to, I'm sorry in advance.
I didn't know I was who you're running to.
I didn't know. I was running across the map and there was nobody on the other side, so whoever I'm running to, I'm sorry.
Gooster, are you by that cage?
Yep.
Yes. Right here.
Oh, it would have been way cooler if you
Sorry.
didn't do that, man. Agent P.
Uh-oh.
I don't hear
Oh,
terror.
I see him. He's by main building. He's coming up main building. He saw me. He's
See on you, I'm
chasing
going
me.
for unhook.
Yes, you should definitely do that. I'm going down main building, kind of towards the boon. I'm on the boon side.
Okay, that works.
Is there
'cause
there is a vault.
Unhook is
That's
across
not a
the
vault.
map.
This is a vault. Oh, I was confused, but it worked.
Okay. We can bang out that gen in a second. Quite literally.
Oh, my red glyph is right there.
Thank
Or is
you.
that his
thank
red
you.
glyph?
very welcome. If you can kind of see it, it won't be theirs. I think it'll be yours. Why did it stop me from touching the gen?
I
That
don't
made
know.
no sense. I don't hear him, by the way.
Me neither.
What are you doing?
Did you not grab your totem?
Don't worry about it.
Told you where it was.
Yeah. I'm not good at the game. I would just
It's
run
okay.
around and touch stuff.
It's in Kill the Shack. It's inside of Kill the Shack. Oh no.
Those
That
were
was
my
good. That was one of
bones.
the plaything bones.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Did it? I found it.
Honestly, Pongo, if you're not gonna bless this totem again, we should just cleanse it for the sake of plaything. Do you want to
Okay.
bless it
I
again?
think plaything
Or-
Yeah,
still
I'll bless it.
works.
Where the fuck is it?
Well, if there's no bones, it can't work.
No, I'll bless it.
Okay. I don't know if
still have enough on
plaything
my
can
Oh,
hex
that's
a
cringe.
booned totem. Is my point.
I don't think it.
Not a booned one, but I think a broken one. Yes.
That'd be so
Wait,
lame.
I got my totem. Someone got my totem.
I think I got it.
Thank you.
Hey, Rack, you good?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna do main.
Oh, you're bad.
Can you keep telling me to check chat when
My grandma's
you
better
just
at
sent
this
another
game than you?
message? Bye, guys. Make new friends. Cammy, Rack, keep being you. Bo, stay great. Pongo, stay Gooster. Gooster. It's Guster. But preach.
Oh, I ran into something. He's on me.
I'm
Someone
back
in my
on the
chat is
Janet
saying
main
bye to
building.
everyone, by the way. So bye to Rack, Cammy, Pongo.
Hi.
Bye.
You misheard Gooster as Goofster. He spelled okay. He went Goessefer. Goessifer,
What?
which I almost like more.
Damn.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a fan.
Goosifer. It's like Lucifer, but a goose.
So, you gonna get that hook?
Are you close to that?
Are you,
Oh,
dude?
Oh, I have plaything now. Wait, did they change plaything so every time someone gets hooked, or?
It's when you get hooked, you get plaything bones.
I thought I did already because I.
Yeah. So if
One
you do
second,
not
now I'm
currently have
confused.
plaything, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. What the dude? I want this vault. Oh, it's here. I'm gonna
Careful, there's like
DC.
Trail of Torment all on top of me.
So, yeah, if you do not currently have plaything bones, when you get hooked, you get plaything bones, even if you cleanse them
Okay.
earlier.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Is that has always been a thing?
I think so. I think it's a scourge hook perk. So it's like if you don't currently have bones and you get on a scorch hook, then you get plaything. We can look at it after.
Yeah, because I
Chasing
thought
him.
it was only a one time. I'm on my way. I can't hear him. Just oh, it's my plaything is right here. He's probably coming. No, he's
I
not.
can.
Coming, Bo. Your plaything is right here where I'm running right now.
Okay. Yow. Yowzers.
yowzers.
You think he's gonna get here in time?
No, I won't make it. I'll heal first.
Wait.
And I mean, to be fair, I did heal first before he
Yeah, I don't know where to go at this point. Oop.
Oh.
Don't ask how I did that.
How did you do that?
I didn't. That was the crazy part. Goodbye.
That's
Bye,
the
friend.
neat part. You don't.
Have you even watched Invincible?
No, but it's a popular.
Oh, you should. It's on Prime.
I might draw him to me because I'm doing gonna do thing.
Oh my god, he's chasing me.
Oh.
All right, chat. Anyone still lurking here? I really appreciate it. Sorry, I was so sniffly, but I just
I
wanted
think we're
to.
kind of 3 gens.
I wanted to say hi to you
either
guys. I just
way,
wanted to
'cause I
hang.
think,
I'm gonna give Cammy a raid, because it sounds like she's gonna be streaming for a fair bit longer.
Finished? Suppose.
So, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Whether it was the I can't.
Were you guys
spell.
working on Killer Shack?
He's chasing me. Well, he's
There we go.
missing all of his like.
Thank you,
long
as
shots
always,
on me.
for watching. Whether it was,
Having target
Adrenaline?
practice
I'm gonna
here?
change scenes. There we go. Whether it was the first minute, last minute, anywhere in between, I always really appreciate it. Especially when I don't stream for like a week or two, and you guys come back. That means a lot. So I'm gonna give Cammy a raid. Please spread some love. Feel free to follow her. She seems very sweet. I'm kind of head empty with this cold right now, a little brain foggy, so bear with me, but I'll see you guys again. Maybe tomorrow night, honestly. Bye-bye.